All right. Now we're doing freeCodeCamp, JavaScript algorithms and data structures, functional programming, apply functional programming to convert strings to URL slugs. All right. So the last several challenges covered a number of useful array and string methods that follow functional programming principles. We've also learned about reduce, which is a powerful method used to reduce problems to simpler forms. From computing averages to sorting, any array operation can be achieved by applying it. So we're going to recall that map and filter are special cases of reduce. Honestly, did we really learn how to do anything other than what we learned? Honestly. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's get back to it. So let's combine what we've learned to solve practical problems. So many content management sites, CMS, have the titles of a post added to part of the URL for simple bookkeeping purposes. For example, if we write a Medium post titled "Stop using reduce," it's likely the URL will have some form of the title string in it, like this or like this one up here, right? We may have already noticed this on freeCodeCamp. Yeah, we have. So now we're going to fill in the urlSlug function so it converts a string title and returns the hyphenated version of the URL. We can use any of the methods covered in this section, and we're not going to use replace. So here are the requirements. The input is a string with spaces and title cased words. The output is a string with the spaces, the spaces between the words replaced by hyphens. And then the output should be all lowercase letters, and the output should not have any spaces. All right. So what we're going to do here to start with is we're going to make this all lowercase. That's the first thing I would think to do. So let's come down here and let's say let lowercase title equal title dot to lowercase. All right. And that should take care of that. So now after that, let's do this too while we're at it. Let's wrap this in parentheses and say console.log. All right, so now that we've got this, anyway, whatever. So now what we're going to do is we'll say something like this. So what are we going to do? Let's take these spaces out by using the split method. So let's say let split title equal lowercase title dot split, and we'll split it by the spaces. All right. And then after that, we'll say we'll join them together by the hyphens. We'll say let hyphen title equal split title dot join, and we'll join it by hyphens like this. All right. And when we say, and then after that, we'll say return hyphen title. All right. And we can see this works like that. So let's check it. And it's not working. Why is that? Well, look at this. We've got a space in front. We've got a space here. And then we've got two spaces here. So let's just take this and use this as our sample and see what happens. All right. So let's just put this in here like that. And you see we've got a hyphen in front, and we've got two hyphens right here. That's not going to work for us, right? So let's do some stuff. Well, how are we going to figure this out? First thing I'm thinking is in between here and here, let's do a console.log so we can see what's going on. So let's do console.log, and we'll say split title. All right. So as we can see, we've got this here and this here, which is really messing things up for us. It's making us have a hyphen right here and two hyphens right here. So a hyphen here and a hyphen here, and a hyphen where every single one of these commas are. All right. So for that, I think we should use the filter method to filter these words out of the space thing. All right. So we'll take these ones and put them in a new array, leaving these ones behind. All right. So after this one, let's just say something like this. Let's say let filter title equal split title dot filter. All right. And what we're going to filter, this stuff out. So we'll say filter. Okay, so we got to do a, what was it? We have to do a callback function inside this. So we'll say element, all right, like this. And we'll say the element needs to not equal an empty string, all right? So when we come down here and say console.log, let's take this console.log, copy that, drop it off, not copy, but get rid of it. Drop it off, get filter title, put it in here. We can see now we have winter is coming, all right? So let's change the split title here to filter title and get rid of this because we don't need it anymore. And we can see right here, we've got winter is coming like that. So that pretty much takes care of business. So let's run the test. Looks good and submit it. All right. Now we're on to use the every method to check that every element in an array meets a criteria. And we'll see you next time.